I'm Amanda Perry, and today I'm going to demonstrate to you how to make homemade crab cakes. Now, homemade crab cakes are the best kind of crab cakes because you can alter your preferred ingredients on what you like to put in it. We are going to start with the basics. With any crab cake, your basic ingredients are your crab meat, your mayonnaise, eggs, and breadcrumbs. Upon preference, you can add anything you want to: salad dressings, mustards, hot sauce, and even vegetables. So to begin, we're going to start with your crab meat. Now, don't be offended by your canned crab meat. Just because it's in a can does not mean it's not guaranteed fresh and taste. So today we're going to use Chicken by the Sea crab meat, and this is your claw meat, and I'll let you peek inside. You can see how delicious that looks inside. And what we're going to do is just go ahead and dump it into a mixing bowl. This is a 16-ounce can. You can buy crab meat in smaller cans. For 16 ounces, we're going to use 2 eggs. For an 8-ounce can, you're going to want to use only 1 egg. And that's because you're also going to add mayonnaise, which is going to let all of the crab meat form a good texture for you to turn them into crab cakes. So now that we have our crab meat here, we'll get our 2 eggs ready. You just want to go ahead and beat the eggs and mix them in just the same way as you would do cake batter. We'll give this a whisk. Now, when you are purchasing crab meat, you want to make sure that it's all pre-shelled. You don't want any shells in your crab cakes. And of course, depending on the time of year, you can obviously use fresh crab meat. You have the Chesapeake Bay where you can get your blue crab meat. And now we have our eggs. We're going to just go ahead and mix in our egg. And then we're going to use about half a cup of mayonnaise. And once these 3 basic ingredients are in, I'll give it a nice stir. Now, at first, all the ingredients aren't going to look too appetizing, but once we add all of our other preferred ingredients, it's going to really look appetizing. So we'll give this a good stir. And then the only other real ingredient you need is your breadcrumbs. And from here, we're going to do about 6 tablespoons of breadcrumbs. And then we'll have to stir again. There's 6. Now, the remainder of your breadcrumbs you're going to use in the process to actually form the crab cake before we get ready to fry. This is a fun, easy recipe to do. You can make it with your family. Kids enjoy it. They'll call it SpongeBob's Krabby Patties. And it is very healthy. And what I like to do is add some fresh vegetables, some carrots and celery and green onion, which gives it more of a texture and more flavor. So here you can see again how lump this claw meat is, and it's your basic necessities here. Now, some people, depending on who you're cooking for, may like it a little bit hotter, a little bit more on the ranch side, and I do personally like to add some ranch dressing and a little bit of hot sauce. This is just Texas Pete. And a tiny bit of mustard. And of course, with any seafood, upon preference too, you want to have a little bit of Old Bay, just maybe a couple teaspoons. And because ours looks a little more on the liquid side, we'll add a little bit more breadcrumbs, just a couple more tablespoons. Give this another good stir. I'll let you take a look here. And you can see those little bit of breadcrumbs that you added just gave it more of a thicker texture, which makes it easier for you when patting and making the actual crab cake patties. So now, like I told you earlier, it is healthy to always add vegetables. And what we'll do here is add some green onion, carrot, and some celery. We'll do about 1/3 cup. Now these are all already chopped. It only takes a few minutes to chop up vegetables and add in. So we have 1/3 celery and 1/3 carrots and a little less green onion. And this is really going to bring a lot of flavor to your crab cakes. And I'll show you now. The colors in this bowl looks much more appetizing than when we first mixed the mayonnaise and egg in. And there you've got everything you need to start the next step, which is going to be breading these crab cakes and then frying them.